Veteran actor Naseeruddin Shah, in an op-ed, has said that this is not the country I grew up in. Viewers, I agree with him 100%. I agree with Naseeruddin Shah. He is right. He was born in 1950. So let us look at the India he actually grew up in. From 1950 to 1990, 4 full decades under mostly Congress rule. It was no paradise of love and harmony. Viewers, this was an era of deep poverty, endless communal bloodshed, economic misery, and even a full suspension of democracy. Over 50 to 60% of Indians lived below the poverty line. The per capita income crawled at 1% a year. Remember, you know what they said? The Hindu rate of growth. License Raj had choked businesses with red tape and corruption. Millions went hungry, while a few elites lived well. That was the reality then. Today, under Prime Minister Modi, over 250 million have been lifted out of poverty. India is the fastest growing major economy. Ayushman Bharat covers 500 million for healthcare. Ujjwala gas reaches 80 million homes. Toilets for 120 million families. You play the judge, viewers. I am stating facts. And let's talk of communal rights that Naseeruddin Shah talks about. Far worse than 1969, Ahmedabad, 84 anti-Sikh riots in Delhi, 89 Bhagalpur. Hundreds of riots across decades, thousands killed under Congress governments, cow-related violence, and mob attacks were routine. Today, riots are down sharply. The government condemns vigilantism and enforces law. Where is this atmosphere of fear when stability has improved? Viewers, let's talk about suppression and thought police that Mr. Shah mentions in his piece. Remember the emergency? Press was censored, opponents jailed without trial, forced sterilizations, elections postponed, constitutions twisted for one-person rule. That was the real dictatorship, viewers. Today, Naseeruddin Shah writes scathing op-eds, calls the Prime Minister names, and faces zero sedition. Activists protest freely. Social media is open. Jailed cases. Yes, I'm talking about the Khalits of the world. Go through courts, not mass arrests like before. Viewers, how about history books? Old ones pushed biases and hid the truth. Today's changes add the fact. This is like correcting the distortion. Naseeruddin Shah says surveillance. Well, emergency had phone tapping and what not. Many accounts of letter opening. That if you would write a letter, the government would open the letter, read it before dispatching it to the person concerned. Now, digital freedom is higher than ever. Naseeruddin Shah, the India you grew up, was the one of stagnation, violence and real oppression, not the loving utopia you romanticize to attack Modi. Now, you can hate Modi, viewers. You can't dispute that under his government there is electrification for every village, world-class infrastructure, digital revolution, defense boost, and global respect. His commentary is classic ecosystem propaganda. What do? Cry Islamophobia to hide past failures and ignore today's gains. That's all they do. It's time to stop this nostalgia and face the facts. This is the country, our country moving forward for all Indians, including Mr. Naseeruddin Shah. Let's open this up. Umar Junaidi, Tala Rashadi are joining the panel. Tala Rashadi, आपने तो पढ़ा होगा नसीरुद्दीन शाह जी ने क्या लिखा है?
जी बिल्कुल पढ़ा. गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन. बिल्कुल पढ़ा है और मैं समझता हूं कि इन अ डेमोक्रेसी, I'm not talking about Naseeruddin Shah as an actor, but I'm talking about Naseeruddin Shah as a citizen of India. In a democracy, there should be space for dissent and criticism, but in a darbar, there's only praise. But what we are seeing nowadays, we are seeing darbaris and the emperor. Anyone who talks up against the emperors, who condemns the policies of emperor, the great emperor, or someone criticizes the emperor, he will be shut. What is the reason why was Naseeruddin disinvited at the last moment from an event that was known as Jashn-e-Urdu? That is the question. Now, the only reason that seems obvious is that because he is a critic of the emperor, of the Badshah of the
Okay.
moment.
If
So,
I ask you
that is
one
the
question
reason.
about another emperor, the real emperor, you will stand exposed. You were on the panel when I asked that question of your friend, Umar Junaidi. Karan, you remember I asked him about Aurangzeb, the great Aurangzeb, and he said, yes, I love Aurangzeb. So Aurangzeb is great, but Modi is a dictator. बोलिए ताला भाई आप बोलिए.
जी. This is mockery that you are comparing Aurangzeb with Mr. Modi. I didn't name anyone. And now the other think you are obsessed with Aurangzeb. You should start researching more about Aurangzeb, start learning more about him, and you will learn a lot of new things. Aurangzeb, he has some bad faces, but he ruled in this
Right.
India for 50
देखिए
years.
आपको लगा
He
why
is
should Umar Junaidi be the only one praising Aurangzeb, so let's join the party. कोई बात नहीं ताला भाई आप करते रहिए I love Aurangzeb, it's okay. Let's go to Umar Junaidi. Mr. Junaidi, what do you think about what Nasiruddin Shah has said?
Good evening, Pranesh, and to all my fellow panelists. Pranesh, before answering the question, I would like to know the reason why he was disinvited. So the basic thing is he was disinvited on the later stage, well before the event was planned. The event was dated. So there must be a reason. So if there is no any reason why a person who was invited for Jashn Urdu and suddenly he is not being invited, he said that you need not come tomorrow. So what should he will think?
Right.
It might be the reason that I am not praising Narendra Modi and that's why the Mumbai University is doing such. It's because that I never talked in favor of Narendra Modi or never hailed the Vishwaguru thing. That's why I am being disinvited.
Right.
So
It's a fair question. Let me at least attempt to answer that. Umar Junaidi, आपने बहुत अच्छा सवाल पूछा. Why was Nasiruddin Shah disinvited? That is when someone is extended an invite and then is withdrawn. अब मुझे ये बताइए उमर जुनैदी, whatever be the case, should you blame Modi for the invite? Does Mr. Shah have a letter where someone from the university or a phone call, WhatsApp, anything says that look, I have heard it from the Modi government, I am not going to invite you. मैं आपको एक छोटा एग्जांपल देता हूं. आप हर रोज मेरे शो में आते हैं, टाइम्स नाउ में और भी शोज में आप जाते हैं. आप क्या कहते हैं प्रधानमंत्री मोदी के बारे में वो सबको पता है. क्या आपको कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि हम नहीं बुलाते हैं? अब आप देख लीजिए कमरू जमान जी क्या कहते हैं नरेंद्र मोदी के बारे में, बट वो बैठे रहते हैं ना 5 दिन एटलीस्ट इन अ वीक. आईपी सिंह जी हर रोज गाली देते हैं, फिर भी बैठे रहते हैं. ताला रशादी फिर भी बैठे रहते हैं. एंड आई टेल यू, इफ यू थिंक मोदी इज सो पावरफुल एंड डिक्टेटोरियल, कैन ही नॉट एंश्योर दैट एनी op-ed which is against you know that paints him as a dictator will not be published? आप बता दीजिए, सोच के बताइए. करण,
देखिए प्रणेश, प्रॉब्लम मोदी जी में नहीं है. ये जो पर्सन है नसरुद्दीन शाह, आपने कहा ही इज सेइंग दैट आई डोंट एंजॉय द एरा, इट्स नॉट द एरा आई ग्रू अप इन. ट्रूथ इज ही हैजंट ग्रोन अप. It's not just Modi he's had a problem with. He's had a problem with Virat Kohli. He said he's the worst behaved cricketer. I don't want to be around him. He's had a problem with Anupam Kher. He said Anupam Kher is a chamcha. I don't want to interact with him. He said Amitabh Bachchan is a mediocre actor. He's a businessman, not an actor really. This is the man we are talking about. He's had a grudge with one and all, Pranesh. Not just one person, everyone. And the blessing he has is whoever he has a grudge with goes on to, prosper and thrive in their area of vocation. So that's a unique charm that Nasiruddin Shah has. Having said that, Pranesh, Nasiruddin Shah, it must be understood on what side has he always been. Peak of Operation Sindoor, right after Operation Sindoor, after the action that happened in May, he said that Hania Amir's Pakistani film should be released here. Hania Amir's film should be released here. In fact, he went on Facebook and said, who can spoil our relations with Pakistanis? They are our brothers and sisters. This is the man we are talking about. He said, I feel much at home in Pakistan. Sometimes even more than in India. He said Kashmir Files is a fictionalized version of the sufferings of the Kashmiri Pandits. Nothing like this really ever happened. And the Mughals, why are they considered bad? If they are so bad, remove the Taj Mahal, remove the Red Fort. This is the man we are talking about. And before Tala Rashidi and Umair all jump on to me, let me tell them, he's also an ex-Muslim by his profession, by his confession. He says, I don't believe in Islam anymore. I don't believe in these stories. I don't believe in Allah. That is what he's gone on to say also. So on what side is Naseeruddin Shah actually?
I don't know.
That is what needs to be understood.
इसीलिए I thought, I should tell him that I agree with him when he says this is not the country I grew up in. हर्षवर्धन जी, A.R. रहमान कह रहे हैं कि मुझे काम नहीं मिल रहा है क्योंकि एक कम्युनल एटमॉस्फेयर है. अब नसीरुद्दीन शाह इतने बड़े एक्टर हैं, सेलिब्रेटेड एक्टर हैं, वो कह रहे हैं कि देखिए नरेंद्र मोदी के अंडर क्या है, डिस्टोपिया है, डिक्टेटरशिप है.
प्रणेश, सबसे पहले तो ये कि मैं इससे सहमत हूं. आपने कहा कि सेलिब्रिटी, बड़े एक्टर हैं, कलाकार बहुत बड़े हैं नसीरुद्दीन शाह, लेकिन आदमी बहुत घटिया है. जो आदमी अपने साथ के हर कलाकार को गलत नजर से देखे, वो आदमी घटिया ही हो सकता है. जिसके पर्सनल रिलेशन कोई नहीं टिक पाए, वो आदमी घटिया ही हो सकता है. और A.R. रहमान हो या नसीरुद्दीन शाह, इनको देश के लोगों ने सर माथे बिठाया. मेरे भी बड़े पसंदीदा कलाकार हैं, मेरे नसीरुद्दीन शाह भी बड़े पसंदीदा कलाकार हैं और अनुपम खेर भी. लेकिन मैंने अनुपम खेर को नसीरुद्दीन शाह के बारे में बुरा कहते नहीं सुना. यहां तक कि जब बहुत बुरा कहा तब भी अनुपम खेर यही कहते रहे कि मैं क्या कहूं, लेकिन वो उस तरह से नहीं गए. लेकिन नसीरुद्दीन शाह ने कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ी. ये आदमी को पहचानने का सबसे बेसिक पैमाना है, बेसिक क्राइटेरिया है. और A.R. रहमान और नसीरुद्दीन शाह जिन्हें इस देश की जनता ने अपने सर माथे पर बिठाया, ये सोचकर थोड़ी ना बिठाया कि A.R. रहमान तो हिंदू से मुसलमान हो गया. लेकिन फिर भी नहीं, फिर भी A.R. रहमान, मां तुझे सलाम, सब उसी तरह से धुन में नाचते गाते थे. नसीरुद्दीन शाह का हर डायलॉग सबको याद रहता था, लेकिन किसी को नहीं पता था कि गुलफाम मियां तो सचमुच वैसे निकल गए. ये किसी को नहीं पता था.
ये तो आप कह रहे हैं, उन्होंने ये भी लिखा अपने लेख में कि कहीं सेडिशन का केस ना हो जाए उन पे. कमरुज़मान जी, आप क्या सोचते हैं?
बेसिकली देखिए, व्हाट नसीरुद्दीन शाह brought out in his article was a very thought-provoking terms he used. He quoted from George Orwell's 1984, the thought policing culture. And that's what we are seeing right now in India, thought policing, that if I don't accept to your thoughts, then I need to be policed by people like Harshvardhan Tripathi ji or Karan Verma. That my thought needs to align with your thought.
But
then I will be a very good actor,
you are saying, if that is true, Kamruzaman ji, just one question. If what you're saying is true, then how was his piece published, sir? How are we having this discussion? And look at the composition of the panel. Karan Verma disagrees, Harshvardhan ji disagree with Nasiruddin Shah. I am in agreement. I said it upfront. 5 लोग अग्री कर रहे हैं नसीरुद्दीन शाह के लिए और फिर भी वो बोल रहे हैं डिक्टेटरशिप है. आप ही बता दीजिए सर. और थॉट पुलिसिंग कब हुआ था सबसे ज्यादा? इमरजेंसी में सर. थिंक अबाउट इट प्लीज. प्रोफेसर मंडल, लास्ट 10 सेकेंड. आई एम सॉरी, समय कम है.
There is a palpable reality in this country that the minorities are not in safe. You have seen the incidents. It happened. Even the Bengalis are.
You're absolutely right. I'm telling you, by calling Mr. Bittu a traitor, Rahul Gandhi has proven that minorities are not safe. Sikhs are in minority. I'm glad that you're stating the truth. IP Singh ji, आप बोलिए.
प्रणेश जी, मैं यही कहना चाहता हूं कि 1975 में जो आपातकाल था, वही आपातकाल आज अघोषित आपातकाल है. आप कह रहे थे ना कि आईपी सिंह आते उनके खिलाफ भी कुछ नहीं होता. मैं देश को बताना चाहता हूं कि मेरे खिलाफ 7 मुकदमे दर्ज कर दिए गए. मुझे सलाखों के पीछे जेल में डाल दिया गया. मेरे घर को छावनी बना दिया गया, मेरे गांव को छावनी बना दिया गया, मेरा जीना दूभर कर दिया. मेरे घर में मेरी बेटी और मेरी पत्नी थी और 250 पुलिस वाले घर में क्या सर्च कर रहे थे. अगर बच्चे रिकॉर्ड नहीं करते तो मेरे घर में भी वो कुछ रख सकते थे. तानाशाही बीजेपी शासित राज्यों में
तानाशाही है, लेकिन जुडिशरी नहीं है देश में. यही कहना चाहते हैं. We've run out of time, viewers. I leave it to your judgment. You must have read what Nasiruddin Shah has written and contrast that with what we've discussed. Thank you for joining us.